Hey yo, what's up, man? It's RapQue. It's your boy Jthaboul,
Your boy Hook.
and y'all coming into an online edition of the show. We something new. We starting. I know we said we was gonna be. Look, how many times we said we're gonna be more consistent, but we're gonna do it this time, man. So, um, just so y'all know that we wasn't meant to be on no BS. It was a technical issue, or why we slowed up with the episodes once again. But now we're gonna do this journal online a little bit. Hopefully it still reach out to the people, and we still
Mm-hmm.
doing what we doing. It's the same thing, just us like shooting the shit, hip hop, just from the comfort of our own places until we could get a situation started with a studio, right, Hook?
Yeah. I'm gonna admit it. My camera, you know, the reason why.
Ran
So
into
that was
some
not
camera
something
issues.
to be.
It ran into some spot issues too, but
Yeah,
we working it out. But
we're gonna get
we
in person. We're gonna get in
we
person.
just
We're gonna
we
find
just couldn't. We just had too much to talk about. Like we bottom line, the news ain't going to slow up. Us wanting to debate and talk ain't gonna slow. We still be going crazy and with the text of it
Yeah,
whatever going on lately and shit. So we just want to get it out to the world and whoever want to listen and join in on the conversation. So
yeah. We definitely
we
want that
just
feedback, y'all.
what
We
happened?
definitely want that feedback.
Definitely. And we just came off a rough L Eagles Nation. Our first L, so it's that so it feels a little rushed, but I'm good afterward. It just sucks I had to go against such a mediocre team, but those are the ones that get by. They let them celebrate that. We're gonna be in the Super Bowl, so they can celebrate that dub.
They're gonna be hitting. They're gonna be hitting the gritty at home
Hitting the
on the
gritty of the
couch.
couch while we playing in the Super Bowl, so we ain't even worrying about that.
Yeah, that's what's up. That game, I don't know. It's always gonna be a letdown game. Shit was just going bad anyway. It was just a lot going on. Turnovers, niggas fumbling, all that shit. You know how
We
that is.
matched their turnovers. That's the crazy part. So just
Yeah,
a bad joint in general, right? Like just a
yeah,
bad.
that was a bad one.
Yeah.
But
So we ain't gonna shit around too much. We're gonna get right into it. We got, like I said, as we've been off the making episodes, it's been a lot going on. It's just shame to say that. I mean, we've been off. I mean, it's been a while since the episode we shot, but
yeah,
another rapper died in that short span of time, which only been, what I say, a couple of months. PNB Rock, they had just passed when we shot our first episode, reboot episode, RapQue, and here we are a couple of months down the line. Not even like, what has it been? How long has it been since Rock died, man? Like, not that long. Like a
nah,
month,
like 5 weeks, maybe something like that.
5 or 6 weeks. I gotta go back. We gotta literally go back to the episode because I think it would only happen like a couple of the days before that episode that we shot. So it
Yeah,
hasn't been that long, and now we just lost Takeoff. So RP to him.
RP takeoff, definitely RP
Um,
takeoff, man.
that was a crazy one. A little different than what we usually get because even though they're all tragic, this one was by like I don't want to say mistaken identity, but what is the word? What I'm
Like
trying to say,
it was like he was like
a bystander.
yeah, he was a bystander. Like
Yeah,
supposedly
like
he
he
had nothing to
wasn't
do with it.
targeted. It wasn't for him. It wasn't he was an innocent bystander to a situation that went bad. So that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of really got like goes to show you where what I'm saying, no matter what the situation is, it could come in all different ways. You know what I'm saying? You could be the target, not the target when the shit starts. But
Mm-hmm.
they no, it's cliche to say, but bullets don't got no names on them. So
Yeah, they definitely don't.
yeah.
Did you hear all the stuff behind it though? What they saying? Like there's a lot of
I
shit
can
going on with it.
I can use some feeling because I ain't gonna hold you. I was so exhausted still from the rock shit, bro. I
Mm.
I ain't really even dive into the takeoff shit so much. I did hear where it was and who he was hanging around. You like shed a little light on what's the situation?
Like at least obviously, at least that I was hearing, it was like they went out for what is it, J Prince or Jazz Prince?
I want to say Jazz. I think Jay is the dad, or right? Or Jazz is the
No, it's a J Prince, which is the dad. Then it's a
right.
J Prince
Jazz.
Jr.
Oh, yeah, there's a Jay Prince Jr. Then there's a Jazz Jr. Right? A
Jazz Prince.
Jazz Prince, right?
And then it's a baby J Prince, something like that.
Lot
Something
of,
like
yeah,
that.
he got a lot of sons. Yeah, it was one of them niggas. Yeah,
Yeah, it was one of them. Yeah.
right.
I think two of them was there, but
But
I
I
think
want to
J
say,
Prince.
but just for story reference, I want to say it's Jazz. Was it Jazz?
I want to say I saw Jazz Prince with Quavo in a car. I think that
Right.
was Jazz Prince.
Okay.
And supposedly they went out to a little event or something like that at a bowling alley, I believe.
And
And
from my understanding, this is a well known thing that they do a
yeah,
lot down there, weekly thing. Yeah.
yeah, that's their thing. They went out there, and obviously, I don't know how familiar you are with that checking in stuff. I don't, but how they say everybody check in with them when they go down Houston, whatever. And obviously, it's like it seems like they're like when people check in with them, like they're protecting them, like they rolling with them, something like that around their city. Show them around, make sure everything fine. They're under their protection and stuff like that. And I heard a lady say something. She said, this ain't had nothing to do with Quavo and Takeoff. Like they was trying to uh play mediator. Well, Quavo was really like trying to make some stuff die down because it wasn't nothing with them. And they said this started back earlier in the day, or something like that. Something with some people down there. But what I'm so confused with is they were saying it was like a J Prince crew and a Jazz Prince crew, but they were like they had static. What I'm so confused with is they're brothers. I thought they were the same thing,
So
but they
this is
said
like
they
some
were.
inner mafia beef, and like this is some real like some crazy shit.
I I I'm assuming they. I don't know. I never looked into it, but I'm assuming like they don't really. They're not the same. They're not the same crew.
Anybody who listening in who may not know who the Prince family is, um, Jay Prince Senior, he was a street guy turned music mogul. Started a record label in the South, very prominent. Um, they heavy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
They move heavy. Like you said, certain rappers check in with them. They
Mm-hmm.
have a thing amongst themselves called mob ties, and
Mm-hmm.
they have known to be linked with certain rappers. More notably Drake, who because his Jay Prince's son is who discovered Drake and brought Drake to Lil Wayne, and what got him his first record deal.
Mm-hmm.
So
And I
so
believe that
this
was
is what
Jazz.
Drake means when he say he has mob ties, because these guys ain't really from the looks of it. These guys ain't nothing to play with. And now this is the first I've heard. I didn't know that because I did hear. See, from the first reports, I heard that it did sound like there were no enemies around. Like they said that there were people there that came with Quavo and Takeoff, who came with the Migos, and there was people who came with Jazz Prince and them. So it's like, who was the ops? Like, who was the ops in the building? And now I think what you're saying that more information is coming out, and is that it was not just Jazz Prince crew, but also another son's crew, and
Mm-hmm.
they have inner squabbles with each other. And
At
that's
least
what it
that's
sounds
the
like.
info. Yeah, that's the info I was like piecing together. Like
Right.
they
Cause,
had.
and that because like I said, this is a location where they're known to be, so it ain't really gonna be no ops around a location like that. Because this
Mhm.
is where this is their like compound. Like I ain't gonna spice it. I ain't gonna say compound. They don't be looking like there's some type of mob hangout, like black
Mhm.
mob hangout. It's something they do there. They I don't know what they do there. Apparently, it was a dice game going there. It's a bowling alley, but they said a dice game goes down there. I don't know. I'm not from Houston. I don't know how they get down. I know in Philly. we do like little wild shit in areas that are inappropriate. Like they'll turn a parking lot into a fucking racetrack up in here in Philly.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
turn
yeah,
simple shit. So I can only imagine in the South they probably turn simple shit into like a different type of party too down there. So you might show it to a bowling alley, but you end up in a fucking dice game. It goes like that in certain neighborhoods. So I get it, but it's crazy to think that a man lost his life in the middle of a family squabble that had nothing to do with him. Like that's what we saying.
yeah. And they said the only people that had guns were them. Like you can't bring no stuff around them. Like everything is within their family. Like when they're the protection, they the only ones that are, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you know it was like a friendly thing. Like they were supposed to be together. Like whoever was, the shooting shit. So they all were supposed to be together.
How do you feel about this if you the Migos, man?
That's a chink in their armor because somebody died on your watch from your people. That's two different things. Is somebody else doing something to them while they're under your protection? Okay, cool. Y'all slipped up and whatever. But being as though it was your people that was friendly fire, that's 2 times worse
Hell
because
yeah,
they're not
bro.
supposed to be touched. They're in your protection.
That's goofy, man. Like that's really like, and I don't want to like, cause with the fucked up part about a situation like negativity and negative things happening is that something could be ran smoothly for 50 years, but the first goofy shit that happened
Mm-hmm.
under your watch,
Mm-hmm.
all that reputation is flushed out the window, and it's crazy and it's sad, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like ain't nobody gonna want to hear that shit no more about no guns around y'all and
Yeah.
check. It's over now. Like this
Yeah.
shit never gonna be the same again. A nigga lost his life, bro. Like takeoff is not coming back. We're
Yeah.
not talking about just being shot, and it's crazy like how much of a difference that is. If he was just still here, how much of it makes a difference? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But he
Yeah.
not though. So
Mm-hmm.
nobody gonna want to hear that shit, man.
Yeah, ain't nobody going with that. Did you hear about? I think in September, it wasn't the same exact thing, but a dude, Duke the jeweler, was at a dice game with them, and he won some money or something, and they were trying to link that back to that family that killed him, like after a dice game. Supposedly, he went to a show after, and so I don't know. Somehow their names are linked to him being killed, but it was over a dice game or something like that.
But
I don't know.
before that, what happened with takeoff?
Yeah, yeah.
So before something would take off, another member of the family was found dead.
No, 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 no. Somebody that was at one of the dice games
Uh huh.
came up like and got killed. But it wasn't the same night though. It wasn't the same night. So I don't want to put that on them, but their name was coming up with it. Like if they
Okay.
had a argument that night after the guy won some money off of them, and Jay Prince wasn't feeling it. So they're saying that dude, I don't know if you heard about that dude in the damn and I ain't trying to incriminate nobody, but the
Yeah.
dude in the yellow hoodie,
Mm-hmm.
supposedly he is the one that was he's supposed to be behind both. Like he's supposed to be responsible for killing the guy, Duke the jeweler, and then this supposed to be happening with Takeoff.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. I
Wow.
don't want to, what I'm saying? I ain't trying to put his name and say it, but
I
that's
mean,
where
but
everything is
the thing
leading.
is, see, the reason why I'm not too like, unless we was up here saying some shit that niggas wouldn't be able to, like, that's the thing about the internet. You shouldn't be able to know if you know that much, then you know the police know more.
Mhm. Yeah, you know it. You know it.
So it's not like you out here like solving mysteries and shit. You reporting what you see, and like what I see is a bunch of dumb shit that shouldn't have went down, and now it's very obvious who did it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
We from Philly. How the hell we know about what's going on in Houston?
There you go.
We
There
should
you go.
know. Like,
Never even been there.
yeah, yeah. I didn't even sniff
Oh
there.
man.
I don't know nothing about it.
Um.
It's sad though, man. It's just
Yeah,
sad.
man. Like I said, rest in peace. Take off. It's really sad, man, and I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how. And like with all the, not only do you have to carry the burden of you lost somebody under your watch. I'm talking about Quavo right now.
Mm,
That's what he has to carry. But you also got to deal with the fact that y'all was beefing with a family member at the
mm-hmm.
time of the death.
Yeah.
How, if you all said, how do you deal with that, yo?
If I'm Offset, obviously you'll always think like if I was there or if we were still cool, we probably wouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Um, I'll be mad as hell. I'll be mad because everybody would think like they can change something. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't stop him from getting shot if a bullet is, coming towards him. You can't stop it, but he feels some kind of way because it's like, damn, if we could have just been cool, and we never know, they might not have been there. You know what I'm saying? He's always going to think that. I will think that forever. Like, damn, we might not have been in Houston. We could have been in Atlanta, wherever they from, shit like that. We could
Yeah,
have been doing our own thing, releasing our album. We could have dropped what Culture 4, shit. I don't know.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I'd be pissed if I was Offset. Now I'm not saying I'll be mad at Quavo, so to speak, but they probably did that multiple times though, going down there with them. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
now if it's a one off, if like this is the first time this happened, they even got with them, yeah, I'll be mad at that'll be different. I'll be mad as hell. Like, man, why the fuck did y'all even go down there? Being as though we not even talking. You know what I'm saying? Then when the last time he even spoke to him? I heard they were fine. Like behind the scenes, they were fine. But like, what's the last memory he gonna have being with him? You know what I'm saying? 3 months ago, 4 months ago, where you know what I'm saying, we never even saw each other again, and now I'm never gonna see him again. I'll be mad though. I know he had to be burning up
Yeah.
because it's like, damn, I didn't even get a chance to be with him. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know. That shit is eating him up, like eating him up bad because I just what like we wasn't on the best of terms.
And like I said, like the fact that it was not, I mean, they just dropped the album,
Mm-hmm.
Quavo and Takeoff. Offset was just gearing up to drop his solo.
Mm-hmm.
A fraction group, you know what I'm saying? And now they've really fractured.
Yeah.
Came and people are back together. So musically, even though I don't know if how much music is on their mind, but it is how they feed their kids, it's how they make their living.
Mm-hmm.
Does this bring them back together to make an album?
I think it's gonna take them a while, man.
Mm.
I just me honestly, I don't think it's gonna be the same. Like they'll still get the love, but it's just not gonna be the same. Like I think they will do music together. I think they will. But I think when they was at the funeral, I don't think they were like up there together. Like they were up there at separate times. So that was still kind of odd.
Mm.
They probably could have, I don't know, just show the world.
Wait, they wasn't up there together? They never went up there together?
No, I think they were up there one at a time. Like
Mm.
Offset was up there, Quavo was up there with some other people, like two girls, three girls, something
That's
like that.
kind of sad. I didn't really even think about that, but I would have hoped that they would have came
Mhm.
together on that stage for him.
Yeah.
Um, that I don't know if that shows how
Fractured it is. How
fracture it is, or is maybe it's not something that's just how it was organized, and you shouldn't overthink
Mhm.
it. But I just hope it's not that bad. They can't even come on the stage together. Um,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
that
they
sucks.
shouldn't.
But I would say this: if they did come together, whether it took a while or not, and made an album, I think it would be a fire ass one that they would have to like go ham on for him. Like if we're talking about like when we talk about like just popularity and skills, while the first one's popping was Quavo, second was Offset, who's I would say just start to come into his good, like real good lyricism. He's been killing features and shit.
Mm.
Takeoff, unfortunately, was just starting to get his flowers, even though, like I say, I mean, he was like you go back a couple years ago, he was known as the one that got left off of Bad and Bougie.
Yeah.
Like, do I look like I left off
Mhm.
Bad and Bougie?
Mhm.
Like, no, nigga, that nigga never ain't look like he was left off Bad and Bougie. He never act like it. He always bore his own sound to the group, and he was, to
Mhm.
me, he was just starting to sound like one of the better ones of both of them. But
Yeah.
my point is, they all talented, and Quavo and Offset together doing what they do best, doing it for Takeoff. I think that would be something that we would really need and enjoy. Instead
Mhm.
of and to be honest, I think I would even like that more than a postpartum off Takeoff album. No offense, like I would, like, even if they did do, I would listen to it. If they did do a Takeoff album, by itself, fine. But I think it would be even like I said, we were introduced to them all together. So if
Mhm.
they did a postmortem album, all three of them together, I feel like that would just speak a lot more louder than just an Offset. I mean, I keep saying Offset, a Takeoff album by
Yeah.
itself.
I think they'll do all three. I think they'll do three. They got some. They got some verses and songs.
They
I
gotta
think
have
they
some
will.
verses and songs and some shit
Yeah.
they never released. Screws up. Like I said, even if like I don't just do it where it's like sloppy. Like if you gotta leave Takeoff on some of the songs
Mhm.
just because he ain't here and it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
then it is what it is, and that's why I say I think it'll work better, because trying to fill out a whole postpartum album when somebody's no longer here, the music starts to sound like you're throwing anything up there because you got to work with whatever the fuck you got.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when so if it was a whole Migos album, I don't think you got to stretch out the material, and you could use Takeoff best shit and best
Yeah.
work. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think it would be a good idea. I hope they, like you said. I mean, I ain't like hearing that they wasn't even on stage together, and that's.
Yeah.
I mean, we have it. Even if that was just organized that way, we ain't seen them take no picture. We ain't seen them make no statement together. So it is still beef there. You feel me? Because I feel like they would have known that people would have liked to hear something from them together,
Mhm.
but I mean, they still carrying it separately. So I mean,
Yeah.
shout out to them brothers. Hope everything come together and family's all good. You feel me? So,
Yeah. Hopefully so. Cause that was nutty, man. Hopefully so.
all right. So, what you been listening to late, Brody?
Typical. Typical her loss. Uh, I still
Great
listen to
album.
Kodak album.
Great
Uh,
album.
that's my shit though.
The
That's my
Kodak
shit.
shit.
That Kodak joint, my shit. Obviously, the Drake and 21 shit joint is too. Uh,
You know what's crazy?
what's up?
I never got the fucking uh don't drop because this nigga drop and push back like that. I always thought that was like real pussy and like didn't make sense to me, because I'm like, your fans gonna tune in if you know what I'm saying, like if your shit good, you feel me? Like, don't be afraid because another nigga dropping. I never understood it until Drake and 21 dropped that fucking her loss, bro.
Wait, so hold on. So you think Boogie should have dropped?
Huh?
You think A Boogie should have dropped because he said he pushed his back?
I would have until her loss came out. Yes, I would have like dropped that shit. But now I get it. I'm saying her loss made me realize why niggas do that shit, because
Oh,
that shit eclipse when a hot enough album or a hot enough nigga drop, it do eclipse your whole shit.
mhm.
Like that her loss eclipsed Kodak shit, which was a good album, and it didn't even drop the same week. That shit dropped the week before.
Mhm. Yeah,
And it still eclipsed that nigga, because
yeah,
I ain't even go. Yo, Kodak album did not get to live because of her loss. Kodak album is amazing, bro. I
yeah,
fuck with Kodak album, but the minute her loss came out, nigga, that was all I was listening to for the rest of the like week and shit. So I
yeah,
feel like it stepped on his toes a little bit. But so I definitely do get the whole pushback. But like I said, both are great albums. I'm now going now that her loss is not as fresh. I've been going
I
back to
feel
the
you. Yeah,
Kodak
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. I feel you. I
Like,
feel you.
so I'm listening to the Kodak shit a lot more again. And like that, like I said, support both of the albums. They're both like this is where what else do you listen to? Because we got a lot to say about the Drake and the 21 album. So let's just what else we listen to?
Uh, I'm be honest with you, bro. I think that's the only 2 albums I'm listening to right now.
Any new singles out there we should tell people about?
uh,
Anybody you looking for?
yo, it be hard for me, bro. It be hard for me, man.
Gorilla just dropped an album.
I ain't listened to it. I ain't listened to it yet.
So Gorilla, right? I think I coined it. I said that she was gonna be the first. Like I think I said the first joint back. I was like, she the first female artist niggas are gonna not be afraid to fuck with and bang her shit
Hmm.
in the will. And like
Hmm.
I fuck with fuck nigga free, and I fuck with this the Tomorrow joint. We reviewed the Tomorrow joint,
Yeah,
hot record. It's just the same that this album ain't the fuck good,
it ain't.
bro. It ain't good, man.
Oh my god.
Just I might give it a second listen. I gotta find a reason to. I don't know, like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what
Yeah.
reason I would even toss this shit back on. But
Damn.
you think you gonna give it a listen? Give it a try?
I'm gonna give it a try tomorrow. While I'm at work, I'm gonna put it on.
To give me, because maybe if you got something different, say give me a reason to fucking give it another shot. But I just felt it was very uninspiring, bro.
Wow, I did
Like
not
very
know.
like lackluster. The bars. The problem is like not even the bars. The problem is I didn't inspect her, and I don't know why I didn't inspect her too, because I thought she was like kind of more versatile than that. She kind of used the same flow on all
Hmm.
the songs, and all the beats don't go with that flow.
No.
Like she using a fuck nigga free flow on most of the songs, and the beat don't knock the same as that song. So I don't know. I don't even think I made it always through. So maybe I should give it another shot just to make it through. And no, because I wanted to like it. And niggas, and the reason why I brought up how niggas will bump her music as well is because that was trending over the weekend when her album dropped.
Hmm.
Like niggas fuck with Glorilla. They fuck with her
Yeah.
music and shit like that. So they said she was the first multi-sexual rapper. Know what she said? I forgot what they said. They was like saying she the first misogynic rapper or some shit like that, female rapper.
Really.
Some shit.
Hmm.
And they were just basically saying niggas fuck with her. But I mean, I would have liked her to get that title, but also have a good album. Like,
Yeah.
hopefully, this is just a warm up joint. Because I want her to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't pray nobody down for. I'm not just saying her music is bad. Just like, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather it be good. You feel me? But I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not gonna be listening to it because
Man, I'm
it's
gonna give it a listen. I'm
right.
gonna give
So
it a
like,
listen
yeah,
tomorrow for sure. Cause
we'll
what is
see.
it? 9 songs, right? It's only 9 songs, so I'm gonna give her a listen.
Is it only 9? I don't know.
I believe it's only like an EP. So
Okay, that mean I must have made through most of it at least then, because I was listening to it for kind of at least 5. I think I listened to at least the first 5 songs.
I heard snippets. I heard a couple. I ain't gonna say a couple, but I probably heard like 3 or 4 snippets. But I
Mhm.
just felt like I heard her, you know, her
One way I
flow.
always judge a nigga album too is your single, especially if you only had like 1 or 2 singles. Your
Mhm.
singles better not be the hottest shit I heard on there.
Okay, okay, I get you. I get you.
I really don't like that. I feel like that's like the corniest shit. Like, please don't make like I would think if you have the best song on the album and you think it should be a single, don't make it a single. Because not. I mean, I guess it don't matter, but I'm just saying, like, in my opinion,
Mhm.
it's one of the weakest shit you can do. Like, that's why the Roddy Ricch album, the last Roddy Ricch album, the hottest song on that bitch was the Day and Night joint. Like,
Mhm.
that was it, bro.
No,
Like,
oh, I get you. I know what you're saying though. I know what you're
yeah.
saying because it's like, what am I going to listen to? What other track I'm gonna listen to? Because I already heard the best one.
The best song is been on the
Yeah.
radio for 3 months.
Mm.
So I'm not gonna circle back to your mediocre shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Honestly, I felt the same day about the YG album we talked about not so long ago.
Yeah. That.
The best song on that joint, the joint he dropped with Cole and Moneybag. What's the name of that joint?
Um.
Forgot. But that's the best song on the whole album. And don't tell me it's a song better on the album because it's not. I don't care what anybody say.
I only gave that album 1.5 listens, so
Right.
it ain't really do too much for me. Damn, I can't remember the name of the song.
Yeah, in my opinion, the best albums, the singles are never the best songs on the album. Even if they're complete bops, I mean, I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna act like the single can't be a good single, but
Mhm.
I just don't feel like it should be the best song on the album, and it means
Yeah.
because it means if it means that you knew it was the best song on the album. That's why you put it out as a single. So you mean you knew everything else wasn't as good. So that's kind of what I'm saying when I'm saying that. If y'all want to know what I mean by that,
I feel what you mean. All right, let me ask you this: do you think all artists know what song is the best one? Well, how can I say it? Like that they just know after they make it.
like that one's a hit. Yeah, I feel like they do. I feel like it's easy to miscalculate because I feel like sometimes you might be like, "Oh, this definitely the one," and it don't be, and it's like that's what it is. But I feel like you know when like something is hitting right, when the melody is hitting right, the beat is hitting right, the lyrics are like you know when something sounds perfectly done.
Mhm.
Like for example, like I remember, I don't know how like I was there for this historic moment, but I was at the time that Cardi B was and I'm never on Cardi B live. Like I was on the live when she was showcasing Bodak Yellow. Like I'm
Oh,
dead
for
as
real?
I was there for that moment when she was in the
Oh shit.
studio and she was singing to it. And I'm like, damn. And mind you, she was not a big rapper at all at that point. Bodak Yellow literally broke Cardi. So I'm like, damn, like she might really got one. And she was rapping it like she got one. So I was like, she knows she got one. And
Mhm.
now we know Bodak Yellow is one of the biggest songs of her career still, right?
Yeah.
So you know when you got one, like you
Mhm.
know when it just hitting right. Like, so yeah, like you know when you putting out the best songs off the album, and you know when the shit don't really sound that great. Like I think you could be underestimated, but it's somewhere around the house.
Do you think? But all right. But do you think like? Do you think is? I don't know how to say it. Do you think they pick like they make the album and then pick the single, or do you think they make the single and then finish the album?
Both. I think I've seen examples of both. I think because sometimes what they even do sometimes, and I think this is like ultimately like how you get a bad album for real. But sometimes they'll just put shit out, fish around, see what hits, and when
Mhm.
something finally strike, they be like, time to make an album. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think
Okay.
sometimes that breeds bad albums because now you're trying to make an album to live off the success of that song.
That single. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
that shit popping. So now it's like, oh, that shit popping. Like Soldier Boy corny ass do it all the time. As soon as one of his songs is bubbling a little bit, the nigga drop an album.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
When the
Like,
shit sound the same, he
yeah, it's
referencing the
like
shit off that single. Yeah.
right. Exactly. And then you got I say more artistical style artists who definitely probably like take their time, make a whole album, and then they'll probably go through it and be like, yeah, that sound like a single
Hmm.
and let me put that out. But I say, but also about how the industry work, I think a lot of times you kind of gotta give the record label a single before they even approve an album, which is like a whole different thing. I think you know what I'm saying. So I think it goes like a lot of different ways sometimes. But I think the best way to make an album, in my opinion, is probably to make the whole thing out and then like let the single like kind of speak for itself, or if you planned it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the way this shit changing now, the way it's changing is like everybody don't get that single that stick, or at
Right.
least like the big one, like a big F and F, Bodak Yellow. If you want to say that Kodak Super Gremlin. Trying to think, because now we go back to Roddy Rich. Remember, he had the box. This was
Right.
years
And he had to
ago,
live off the success of that. Right.
but that was when he dropped the album. Though he didn't put that out first. The single came from the album.
Album, yeah, I think that's an organic single, and I think those are the best because you didn't really even
Yeah, like
like.
the
I
baby.
remember actually, I remember how like I remember when Scorpion dropped, Drake was trying to push the label or whoever was trying to push nonstop, but fucking Coco, I mean Kiki, do you love me?
Hmm.
That shit started buzzing because of the bull dance to it, and
Yeah,
then they was like, "Fuck it, we gonna push that
we
joint
gonna
now
push
because
this
that's the
one.
joint that's buzzing."
What first he was trying to push the joint with Michael Jackson. That was
Oh,
the
I didn't know.
first single.
Right,
He was sending that to all the pop stations and all that stuff. And
right.
then nonstop, obviously he wanted to push that for us, like
For the rap
urban.
parts, right.
Yeah. But then in my feelings from what's the dude Shiggy,
Shiggy,
whatever
yep.
that pop. They say, oh, you know what? Fuck the mic shit. We gonna
Right,
put this out. We
right.
pushing this. Push this
Yeah,
everywhere.
I think those are like kind of the coolest ones where like it's an unexpected single. Like it's just like that shit came out of nowhere. Let me just live off that joint.
Mhm.
I let me tell you when you in God tier, when you in S mode. When,
Who?
to me, you in S mode when you drop hot ass singles. The album come out and not one of them bitches is on the album. You give them all new tracks.
That
That's
too.
God mode shit.
That too. Yeah. That too. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Like you fuck niggas heads up with that one, bro.
Mhm. They just don't know. Like they thinking they got to get this on. No, 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 no. I'm about to give y'all 17 different tracks.
17 whole new tracks.
Yeah,
None of
don't
them.
worry about that.
I gave you 4 songs. None of them bitches is on there. Like
Mhm.
I think who do that? Like Cole. I think Cole do that sometimes. Like lately, like he been dropping whole albums, no singles. He
Yeah,
might give us a couple of songs before the album, but none of that shall be on the album.
none of it
I was
on.
a little mad about that because one of my favorite Cole songs was the last couple of years was Lion King on Ice.
Okay.
He dropped it in a 3-pack.
Mm-hmm.
Lion King Ice was on there, but when the album dropped, I think if the album came out, there was KOD, and
Yeah.
it wasn't on that joint though. And I
Uh,
kind of would have liked to have that joint on there, but I mean, I still have the record either way,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah,
don't
yeah.
really matter. But it's just like it's tough though. It's tough to be like I don't even need because some niggas need the success of that single for to go towards their records.
That's what I was about to say. I think a lot of
Right,
people might look at it like, you know what? Let me see where I can go with this. If I
right,
can put out 3 or 4 singles and people like it, let me see where my power is or my grip is on the game where I can just put out all different tracks and see how much I sell without the success of that single.
right.
So that's what I think. Like with Scorpion, yeah, I think with Scorpion when Drake put out God's Plan, he put it on the album.
Right.
That still helped the sales.
It helped
But
the
I would,
sales overall, right? Because
yeah,
the
I would
single was
kind of
selling
wanted him
like
not
fucking
to.
crazy. Like, yeah, you would kind of be dumb not to sell like put a real chopping song with that joke, because you definitely go to like miss out on themselves,
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah,
real,
yeah.
for real. So, I mean, you still make it up, I guess, in other ways, but I guess it looks better when it comes off in the album, though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna push an album up. It's gonna push that like up.
yeah.
So instead of just one song,
I
but
actually think they changed that shit now.
whatever.
I actually think they changed that shit now. Billboard be changing a lot of shit lately.
Yeah.
So I don't think that shit ain't going down right now. Like you can't just do that no more. Like
What,
you
like have one song boost your whole album up?
I don't think that's in no more.
I mean, it wasn't very fair to be honest.
It was hell no, man. You got a track that's 5 times platinum. And you put it on the joint. Your sales about to shoot up an extra
Right,
60,000 just because of the
right.
single.
Just
So
because
I
of
think
one single, exactly. It's
yeah,
some cheating ass shit to be honest. Yeah, so
it
I ain't
is.
mad at it. Real rap.
It is though. It is.
All
But
right, so Drake is 21, man. 21, 21. Where you
mhm.
been, 21? Damn, bro. Why your man come out like this, bro? What he doing, dog? Where
Wait,
was
who?
this at?
Who? Drake?
Yeah, where was this
What?
at?
When it? Oh! Off the techno album?
Not really just off the techno album, but to me, see, you might disagree with this, but I ain't gonna drag you into it. But to me, I ain't see Drizzy put this type of work in since if you're reading this, it's too late. As far as like really wanting to hit niggas in the face, like with something really unapologetic, strong, lyrical, and it not even gotta even be hard shit. I'm just saying like the effort wise too. Like these songs just like I don't know, man. I don't know what him and 21 do when they're together, but
Hmm.
it just hit different, bro. Like it was like I said, I wanted to keep revisiting the album. I listened to the album well over 5 times by now. And in my opinion, I just feel like the quality and the care in these songs,
Hmm.
I haven't like. I don't know if it's been a Drake like album like this yet since, to be honest, for a while at least.
Uh I can't look. I understand what you're saying though, because I feel like Drake was just on what is it, autopilot. Yes,
He found a lane. He found a
that's
comfort
all he was
lane.
doing. He was
Yeah,
just cruising. That was it.
comfortable lane. Right.
Now I think with the criticism of the last album, well, CLB and then honestly, never mind. I think I honestly think he used that as fuel to make the album. I think that's why he wanted to do it with 21, because it's like, fuck it, we about to get on here and rap, whatever. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say because this is what people asking for, and he knew people been asking for it, but he looking at it like, oh, y'all thought I was done. Like, I do feel like he went in there with a chip on his shoulder. I honestly do. You know, obviously, I'm gonna be happy for it anyway. I don't care what he put out. You know?
I mean, as far as like, I know people found some of his statements problematic,
Mhm.
and however, I know they even cleaned up the Meg one. I honestly wish he did, and I don't, not because like I'm a, how I already feel about the Meg situation. So I did find it to be a fucked up line, but artistically, I just feel like, what I'm saying, say wild shit. Still wish you. I just like that Drake was just being like, I fuck everybody. I'm gonna say what I want for once,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what I'm saying. So I respected it on that level, like, just, what I'm saying, like, that's what hip hop is about. It's like, it's the only, like, I'm not in real life like that much of an aggressive person as the music I listen to,
hmm,
but because I find it acceptable in this arena, being a
hmm,
super aggressive, being super, what I'm saying, like spitting crazy shit. Like if it's over a beat, it's supposed to be acceptable. Like kind of like I look at comedy. Like comedy is supposed to be raunchy. Comedy is supposed to be making fun of shit that's
make it fun. Yeah,
typically not funny. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So I allow it in comedy the way I allow it in hip hop. So I just like that Drake was at least trying to do shit. When I don't even want to say like, I also like clout rapping because I don't feel like he was trying to do that, but he was talking his shit. And
yeah,
when you talking your shit, you gonna rattle some cages when you talking your shit.
yeah,
Jay do it all the time. How many times do Jay come out of nowhere? It's two, and that's what I'm saying. It's only two niggas that talk shit that well, Jay and Drake.
yeah.
And they, because you, when they talk shit, it's gonna either make niggas mad, make niggas say, "Damn." When this nigga Drake said, "You dumb as fuck for buying a house over my verse,"
Over a verse.
oh my fucking god, nigga. Yo, talk about smoke out the headphones, nigga. He said you are dumb for a buy, and he might
Yeah,
be right, nigga. I'm not even a rapper, and if I had a chance to buy a house or a Drake verse, I just might buy that. Think about it, you gotta be able to make money off a Drake verse, even
you
if it's
got to, bro. Bro, you got to. I understood. Like, obviously, that was a cocky ass thing to say,
it
but
was, it
it's
was.
the truth, though. Think
It's the
about it.
fucking truth. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like as cocky as it was. Then he decided to slice it back with a little bit of humble pie by saying, "Imagine if I was did that dumb shit when I was
When I was
coming up."
coming up.
So he's basically telling y'all niggas not even ready to make the sacrifices that I fucking made. Y'all niggas bridges is too big for your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel that shit. I feel like a lot of niggas have a bad habit of acting like they're bigger than they are when they're there.
Hmm.
These niggas today would be like, I don't need a Drake verse. These niggas today would be like, I don't. It's like, bro, you gotta respect where you don't even know. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not even a rapper, bro. And if somebody's like, yo, you might get this house for 200,000, or you can spend that 200,000 on a Drake verse. Nigga, I feel like I can make a mill off that Drake verse somehow.
yeah. You be able to do something. Your prices will go up.
My
Shit.
price gonna go.
But
I'm gonna sell that shit to somebody, bro.
but that gotta be you though. That gotta be in you though. But I feel
Right.
like he was saying it both ways. Like, if you were serious about this rapping shit, you would have paid for my damn verse. And then
Exactly.
you could make money off of it. So he's saying
Like,
two to three different things.
he's basically saying, all right, you gonna get that house, but you ain't gonna have that longevity, bro. You gonna be sitting on that motherfucking couch in that house in
Now
5
he said
years,
sum
while
it up.
your fucking album, that one album you drop is still sitting on the shelf.
Yeah,
That's what he's saying.
he said you be in the
He like
street
y'all
sum it
niggas
up.
don't. He like y'all niggas ain't got the fucking. Y'all niggas don't got the stamina to
Yeah,
last in this bitch like I did, bro.
yeah. But I think
That's what
that's
he's
what
saying.
he's saying to people. That's what he's saying. Like, if you were really serious about this shit, you would have took the music route because you will make that money back. You could hold off on the crib. It sounds so crazy to say,
It
bro.
sound crazy.
That sound crazy. I could buy a crib. I got the money to buy a house that I want,
But
but
I
I'm
want
about
to
to
get a
call
Drake
this
verse
nigga
instead.
for 16 bars.
Right.
And I'm gonna pay him the money.
Exactly.
But if that's your field, you got to do it.
You
If
gotta
you
do it.
really mean it, if you really in it for the long haul, you got to do it, bro.
You gotta do it, man. You gotta do it, and you gotta do it. See, a lot of times, like a nigga, like, because a nigga might be like, "Well, what about JB Block Boy?" Well, JB, see, a Drake verse can't carry your fucking career. You still gotta be hot. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? You still gotta make the good music, but a Drake verse meets good music meets internally. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It means you're gonna be able to make money further.
Yeah.
But the problem is that these niggas are not meshing their talent and putting their talent where their money is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So
mean, he probably got his money. Probably felt like, oh yeah, I'm good now. But I don't feel like Block Boy JB wanted to be like, I'm trying to be in the game for 15 years. So I think it mattered about the person too, because I don't think he really cared about the. He's still doing his music shit, but he wasn't. He didn't use that putting his foot down and just running. He ain't do it. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like, he just said, "Fuck it, I got this Look Alive shit popping. I'm gonna put out my mixtape." But then after that, okay, I had Shoot and all that shit. Niggas doing the
Yeah,
dance
nice
shit. Like,
little run. Yeah, nice little
yeah.
run.
But then
He
it
had
died
Rover, he
down.
had Rover 2.0,
Mhm.
hopping out the motherfucker. That was
Yeah,
my shit. Rover.
yeah. He had
That's
a
the
couple
shit.
Jones, but you could tell with some shit where he's not the he wasn't the one that was waiting for. He's not the one that wanted himself to be in that conversation for 10 years to come. You could just tell. You know what I'm saying? You could just tell he probably still in the hood right now. Fuck it. I made my couple
Oh,
mil.
that's
I'm
a her.
doing
I
this
think
shit.
he actually wasn't doing that well. I think he. I don't know how much I can co-sign him not wanting to be around because I think the nigga not doing so real right now. I just think niggas need to really know where to put their work ethic when you do get something like a Drake verse. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to say niggas ain't working hard enough. I don't want to. I don't know another nigga's work ethic. I'm not gonna judge another nigga's work ethic just like I wouldn't want a nigga to judge mine.
Yeah, yeah.
But when it comes to what I've seen who made it, the nigga
Mhm.
from what I've seen from the niggas who made it, them niggas work ethic is crazy, and they
Yeah.
put out and they make sure that the quality of the shit they put out
Mhm.
reaches who it needs to reach. You know what I'm saying? Like lemons make lemonade. Like we all know that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta do what you gotta do. But everybody's situation is different, so I don't know what's going on in JB life. So I'm not talking about him specifically because it
Yeah,
could have
yeah,
been
yeah.
something that interfered with his situation.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying, that might have slowed him down or held something back. So I don't know what that's about. But I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is to be sacrifices to be made in this hip hop shit. And I'm not just talking about the Illuminati shit that y'all be talking about. I can't stand that talk.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I ain't with all that shit.
I ain't with all that bullshit. I'm talking about action. When we want to talk about sacrifices, to me, it's to work hard. And the reason why I don't like that Illuminati shit is because it's like it paints a picture that niggas don't have to work to get the shit they want in life.
Yeah,
In my opinion, that's what you have to do. I feel
yeah.
like listening to like stories about niggas there ain't no work in that, and I feel like more niggas would be doing it. Like if all you had to do is sacrifice a nigga you don't like to get
Yeah.
famous, you know
Motherfucker
what I mean?
think
Niggas
that
get famous.
money gonna come with it too. Yeah, you know how motherfuckers is. Motherfucker want to be in the spotlight. Motherfucker want to be relevant. They want to
Niggas
have.
will be getting
Yeah,
sacrificed left and right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even mean to bring that shit up. I really hate that Illuminati shit, but I might even cut that out. But but anyway, but I'm just saying like, it is you got it for opportunity to last in any field. You gotta pay your dues, and I just feel like that's what Drake was saying in the most braggadocious way
yeah,
possible.
He did. He did. But you gotta stay like you gotta take that and run with it. You have to. Like,
Right.
well, I really can't say like now. I don't know how you feel about this. I don't really say like Drake like start people career, but I think he just helps it though. I do think he
Yeah,
helps.
no, not start people's career because first of all, a lot of the shit that he be hopping on be already kind of had traction, so it
Yeah,
was already kind of starting. He just put it into a finer note, and in my opinion, the ones who are truly successful had always stayed around. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not
yeah,
successful, talented. If you're
yeah,
talented enough, you're gonna stick around with
yeah,
or without that Drake feature.
yeah, yeah. I would say that. But niggas, man, look, Drake, my man, that shit don't hit the same all the time. It don't hit the same just because you get a Drake verse. But bro, when you get it, you gotta do something. You have to. Like, you gotta make sure you keep your shit rolling. You can't just depend on that one verse or that one song. You gotta put that work in.
Is absolutely, yeah.
Like, I heard Lil Baby before Drake, but then nigga get on Yes Indeed. Then nigga, you know what I'm saying? He
That's why
knew
I said
what
the
he had to do.
talented shine through because we can look at we could look at the what was the name? What was that fucking Tuesday guy? McConan. We could
I
look at
love McCollum.
McConan and we
Yeah,
could
him.
look at JB Blockboy and be like, damn, Drake just took their song and ran, right? But how can you say it when you got the Migos and Lil Baby on the other end who got that same Drake feature and
Look at
became the
that.
hottest stars on their own? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like
And fucking what's the name? 21. 21 Savage. Remember sneaking? They
I
did a
don't know. I
song.
feel like 21 was really on his way already, though.
No, I feel like all of them was though. That's what I'm saying. Like
I don't
he
know, but
just helped it,
maybe
bro.
I don't know. Maybe I was just on the 21 seed early because when they came, I really barely knew those other guys before Drake fuck with them. Like I don't think I even knew. Did I know who the Migos was? I think I've heard who the Migos was as a
Mhm.
group, but I don't think
Yeah.
I never heard their songs until I heard Versace remix. I don't think I
Yeah.
heard a single Migos song until Versace remix hit. Same
I
thing with
can.
McConan. I never heard of McConan before Tuesday, but I think that's mostly everybody.
I ain't ever hear him after either.
And the only reason why I knew about Future before Tony Montana remix was because my dad lived in Atlanta at the time, and he kept asking me, "Is Future hitting up there?" I'm like, "Who the fuck is Future?" He's like, "Yo, Future's the hottest thing ever down here. Is Future hitting up there?" I'm like, "No, Dad, ain't nobody listen to no fucking Future up here, bro." Like he really was. He put me on the Future like a year before Future even was heard of in Philly like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he was really popping down there. So then Tony Montana, he kept telling me like, y'all ain't hear Tony Montana. I'm like, no, I don't know Tony Montana. And that's when I think it started the bubble. I like, and then that's when Drake hopped on there, and that shit just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
It was over.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of that shit though. There's a lot of people that you know what I'm saying that got the little Drake feature shit. It's
Right.
not just Drake, but a lot of the time when he do hop on people's shit, it's all up to you, bro. You got the keys. He just hopped in the car real quick. You got to keep this bitch rolling, and all of them don't. Everybody don't though. Anybody that get a feature from anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker need to take it to the next level. And I feel like them rappers that do that shit, they see the shit in people. They see it. They don't think it's just oh, he got a hot song and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like the girl, who's the girl? What's the Ice Spice girl?
Right.
Whatever. He took out there. Then I guess he heard a track or something, or he just wanted to hit or something. And then
I don't know. That shit weird, bro. That girl rubbed that nigga the wrong way in some form, fashion, friction. For him to publicly unfollow her, then he gave her apparently he gave her bars on the album. I would have never knew that bar was even about her, by the way. But she wanted to own up to it. I don't know if she
Mhm.
had the right to do that. I feel like she took an opportunity. Cause
I
I'm like,
think she
who
did.
knows
I think
who
she
he's
jumped the gun.
talking about? I don't know he talking about you, but I mean, you owned up to it, so he probably is.
I think she jumped the gun.
You think she
She
jumped
jumped
the
the gun.
gun?
Yeah.
I think she jumped the gun too, because
He
he
could
could
have
have
been. He could have been talking about her, but
right.
I think he jumped the gun because everybody was saying she was trending. So she just took it and ran with it. Like, all right, fuck it.
Oh,
He
so
could
she
have
was
been though.
so the internet thought that we was talking about her at first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then
Well, the
she just said,
internet
at least I'm a
ain't
10.
always right either. So I just what he said. He said she's sure he's a 10, but she better on mute. I mean, that's literally every goddamn hip hop art rap female rapper.
Mm-hmm.
They all look good for the
Mm-hmm.
most part. For the
Mm-hmm.
most part, that's their mo. You gotta look good, and then you gotta rap half decently, but you
Mm-hmm.
mostly gotta look good.
Yeah.
So I mean, who's to say he's not talking about any other female rapper right now? He could be talking about Lotto. He could be
Right.
talking,
Yeah.
Lotto beefing with Nicki. That's his girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was talking about anybody. But I mean, that is the girl he did randomly unfollow. So I guess it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. You know the crazy thing though.
What?
Then you just said that, and I know this is completely not even. Well, it's kind of. But since you brought up Lotto, when you said she beefing with Nikki, so it could have been about her.
Mm.
You know it's been like word around for a couple years now that her boyfriend is 21. Did you hear that?
You know what? It's shooting back to me as you said. Like it sounds very, very, very familiar.
It's
Are
crazy.
they?
I don't know. She never said it, but I honestly feel like it is. And I
Well,
don't
now that
really
you
like to be
said
in
that,
that
then I
gossip
don't
shit.
think it is about Lotto.
That's what I'm saying though. That's why I'm like, I don't know if you could
I
be
mean, I didn't think
thinking.
about Lotto anyway. I was just
I know what
making
you're
a
saying
premise.
though.
Yeah,
I was just
like,
saying, just
yeah,
thinking that
that's
you
funny.
said that.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, I guess you could scratch her out as a possibility if you did think it was about her.
But he could have been. He could have been saying it. And
Yeah,
you
it could have
never
been
know.
anybody, man. It could have literally a lot of female rappers out here, man.
First of all, she owned up to it, so she must think she trash. So
And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying guilty by association.
she must
You
think she
just gave it
fly.
up. You just gave up the keys right there. You don't think
Yeah.
you even because I would have been like, oh, he ain't talking about me. My shit fire. So
Yeah, he ain't talking about that nigga ain't talking about me. I ain't fucking worried about him. Fuck that nigga talking about.
my shit my shit have fire. So I know he ain't talking about me.
Right,
So
man, he tripping.
yeah, like so yeah, she kind of gave up the whole shit right there, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I always felt like she to be honest, I only think I heard the young lady speak like once in the interview. I'm like, you could tell she's just here to collect this bag for however long it lasts. I don't think she planned to
I
do
don't think
rap
so.
long wise longevity. She's gonna rape every dollar. That's why she did the whole thing where she went up on her prices, even though she already agreed to a certain price. And she's like, I gotta get it while it's here.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't going, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I never listened
so,
to her. I never listened to no other songs.
so she dropped a song called Bikini Bottom.
She did.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I ain't listen. I ain't
not
listen
as
to
good
her.
as the first song.
No, everybody gonna compare it. Everybody gonna compare it to the first one.
Exactly, and it's not as good. And like, honestly, not. I'm like, and it already shows her range of what we're gonna get from her. So that I mean, that was
Yeah.
pretty obvious from the first songs, but now that we got two, it's like, damn, now we don't know for sure. You're really not gonna be mixing this up much. So it is
Yeah.
what it is.
But that's how that shit be. When you get that one and you just be like, all right, cool, I'm about to just milk this shit.
For facts, for
I'm
facts.
about to milk this. Hang
Yeah.
with anybody. It's cool. I come out to your show, perform my one song. It's cool. You better pay me. Bet.
Real rap.
Man, that's crazy though, how that shit be turning. Bro, I know them people that had a one hit wonder thing. I know they be pissed. But then again, if you get the money, people that should be like, oh, whatever, I don't care. As long as I got the money. But them
I
one hit
say
wonders, you good. Them one hit wonders, they just don't, they can't come up with another one because I feel like they be in the booth trying to compare their next song to that. So I feel like that's a hurt piece when people come in the game with one song. Then where you gonna go? How you gonna go up? You already here. You know what I'm saying? Like you only can go down. You can't even go up. No, I can't even hear you. But you can't even go up. You only can go down. So it's like that shit be tough. I know that shit gotta be tough for them people. No, I still can't. I still can't hear you.
my shit was muted.
Oh.
Got
I just feel like they can't go up. They only can go down, bro. I feel like slow grind is better than just starting right at the top. I feel like.
I feel like you can't be mad if the only way you can be mad if you made something out of it. Like I would just be like if I just got like one song to be popping, like if I made a bag off a song and I was able to like invest and shit like that, you can't be mad at that. I think the only people can be mad if you putting out real artistry. Like I don't think Ice Spice is gonna be mad if her career drop out because she know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know your career frustrates you when you somebody like a Wale. Wale's frustrated as fuck.
That nigga mad as shit. I don't remember last time I heard him talk. I ain't see him tweet. I ain't see him do nothing.
Yo, Wale is mad as shit, bro. Wale
Yeah,
wanted to be the hottest rapper in the world, and that's sad. I'm not making fun of him. I'm just saying, like, it just don't happen for the ones that want it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. You right.
sometimes you feel me? Like, this is
I
how it
agree with
goes. But I mean, at the end of the day, how many people have been loved to just have the slight success that Wale had? You know what I'm saying? So it's very objective anyway.
Yeah, I get it. He want more. I get it. He want more. But you know, the average fan or the average rapper, say a rapper get a nice song and they fall off, and then they hear him complaining like, "Nigga, you had a career for 12 years now. You good."
Exactly. And Wale still could drop an album and get a base, get some type of support. I said Wale could still drop an album and sell numbers for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's his fans.
Speaking of that, let's talk about what relevant is.
Well, okay. Do you think he's relevant?
In this day and age, what is relevancy? I'm sorry I gave you that philosophy answer. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
But let's just recap real quick. So 21 for one has been feeling himself now that the quote unquote best rapper alive has blessed her with an album, in my opinion. 21's been talking. He came out and said he's smashing everybody in the in his class in the verses, which was what class was he part of? 2016? Yeah. I think it was 2016. Yeah, which was a really good class, by the way. Well, I mean, depending on who you ask, but what I would say is that even if you don't like them, a lot of them had success.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So even if you don't find these rappers to be quote unquote good or your type of music, there's no denying that a lot of people in that class had success.
Who are the people, my bad, who are the people that you remember that was in it?
Uzi for sure, right?
Uzi.
Kodak. XXX.
Was X in there?
Maybe not. I thought maybe I remember X being in that.
Was he ever on it? Was he ever on the class?
X was on there. I don't know. I'm not sure what year, but he was on a freshman cover.
He's probably like 17 because I don't think I remember him in it. I'm not sure, but I know 21.
Let's not even play. I'm about to just look it up. Right. Just be going into this shit, man.
Yeah, go ahead, look it up. I'm still ramble out what I think on it. 21, Kodak, Yachty, Uzi.
Yachty, like Yo Gotti?
No. Lil Yachty.
Lil Yachty. Oh, yeah. So, damn.
Uzi. Denzel Curry or something like that?
Now, that's what I'm saying. Now, niggas even like him. Now, I'm not into Denzel Curry, but Denzel Curry has been out here since. Denzel Curry has not slowed down at all. Like, that nigga's out here.
Bro. He's still out here.
Yes.
But yeah, it's that's all the ones I can really remember right now. But all of them right there, they all did great. All of them.
They all had prominent careers, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, bro. Well, first of all, it's crazy that we forgot like the one nigga that responded, designer, who is probably the only nigga that you didn't name. Like out of all the niggas you named, have to probably talk shit. He's probably the one nigga that can't talk no shit, bro. I mean, I get it. You're actually one of the ones we were already talking about. You had that one hit, you wrote it to death, and I commend that. That's what we all would have did.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, that's all you have, bro. Like that's.
he said on the joint, I got he got a diamond record, or I got 20 million something like that.
Right.
Nigga, that's one fucking song.
One song, my guy. Like,
you got the win. Go ahead. You got the win.
We got Lil Yachty, designer, dog, Dave East, Shout out to fucking Davies, one of the
Oh,
hardest
Davies is
rappers
in there?
out, bro. Huh? Yeah,
Davies?
Davies, bro.
Oh,
So yeah,
shit.
we got Lil Yachty, designer, Davies, Denzel Curry, G Herbo, Lil
Ooh.
Uzi Vert, Lil Dicky, Anderson Paak, 21 Savage, and Kodak. Now this is honestly, this is probably one of the best freshman covers. I didn't realize this.
That's probably the best one.
This is
That's
probably
probably
the
the best
best
one,
for
bro.
they've got it right. I mean, every person on here, goddamn, everybody on here but designer has the right to talk shit.
But he still came out. That nigga got a diamond record.
Right, I know, right. So
So
I'm
I
not
can
even
I
trying to
can kind of
disrespect him
give
like that.
him
But
that,
I'm just
yo.
saying, as far as like who put all these people put out albums. Lil Dicky, he don't put out albums, but everybody's waiting for one, and he has one of the highest grossing shows on cable right now. Like I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you ever watched Dave before, but it's hilarious. You know
No.
who Lil Dicky is?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you ever saw Dave?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Lil Dicky has a show on FX called Dave,
Yeah.
and it's like their top rated show right now, and it's hilarious as fuck. And I'm pretty sure his fans are waiting for an album. The mixtape sold ridiculously when he
Oh
was
shit.
on the cover. He only has one mixtape, and it was when he was on this cover.
All right.
And I don't know. I don't know what's taking him so long, but he's obviously still out here. I mean, he's on a fucking TV show.
But yeah,
So
he know what he doing.
he know what he's doing. And the
He in
show is
his
about
own lane.
rapping, by the way. So he's been releasing rap music through the show. So on the show, he be premiering new rap.
Oh.
Yeah, the show is
Okay.
about his life, about how he started off rapping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
it's pretty
shit.
dope, bro. Give it a shot. It's pretty dope. It be on some wild shit because it's like white comedy,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
it's funny as shit though.
All right.
And
I do
so
that.
yeah, so you got Lil Dicky doing that. You got Anderson Paak, who just dropped one of the most classic albums with
Yeah.
Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
You got Kodak the Black, who is just
Yeah.
hip hop's nigga right now in
Yeah.
general, bro. I mean, and to me, Dave East just came out in the wrong time period. I think if Dave East came out in the late 90s, he would have been the hottest fucking rapper in the world, bro. But he came
Maybe
out in an
man.
era where that type of rap is just not what's on the radio right now. It's not even what's on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so it just he's talented as hell. Davies have classic projects in my opinion. So, bro, this is a crazy verse, like a crazy freshman class.
Yeah.
Like it really is.
Everybody that you named, everybody that you named, bro.
I mean, even Yachty, who was some people say his own music career has fell off. This nigga is still writing and in the studio with most of the hottest rappers in the game. He was just writing and in the studio with Drake. He was on Donda. He wrote and was a part of Donda. He been writing for City Girls. Like the nigga is still out here. Like
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yachty's somebody. Yachty
Yachty is somebody. They're all somebody.
Yeah.
So back to let's get so like I said, as we now know, this is a very competitive bunch. And like I said, I feel like 21 has been feeling himself since this album dropped. He said without hesitation that he would body anybody in this versus
in that class.
with no problem in that class. What you think about that, bro?
I don't he can't get Kodak. He can't get Kodak.
Cause that's the thing. That's the funny thing too. Because I would say, we're looking at this class as well. They all have success in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
But when we talk about verses, we're talking about 20 songs versus 20 songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of people who has 20 songs on here, or at least 20 songs that could hold up in that arena.
Mm-hmm.
And the only person that you would say could go up against that nigga is Kodak. So
Kodak got a dub.
Kodak got a dub to you.
Kodak, yeah. That nigga, listen, me and you talked about it before. People don't like that motherfucker, but Kodak, yeah. Kodak, that nigga got 20 for sure. It's crazy.
I don't want to. I feel like I agree, but I just don't want to underestimate Savage. Like I think I might be like just forgetting some of Savage shit, but I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I guess you could say I'm biased, but I think Kodak 20, bro. His shit is Kodak shit.
Oh, so you're just going off of the fact that you just fuck with Kodak music way more than 21 anyway.
Nah, but it's like Kodak got different sounds.
Right.
21 don't. Like he got different sounds, but if he played 20 songs, 8 of them going to sound the same.
Yikes.
Then you're going to compare like, that one kind of, he kind of said, you know what I'm saying? This is me. This is how I feel. But Kodak he just got different songs. Like he just got different kind of songs. You got Super Gremlin. What's the joint? Skrilla, whatever that shit is, the one with this little dumbass dance. Then you got you got fucking transporting my shit. That was on I forget what album, but he had a video where he had the orange, like the Florida Gators
Transport my
color.
shit.
Bruh, that shit was a hit, bruh. It was a fucking hit. It's a different kind of song. Like he got upbeat songs, Tunnel Vision, and fucking even shit. He on the song
Robin with my
with
bit.
yeah, he on the song with was it Chris Brown and them Wet. He's still on the song, so that can be played. But he just got different kind of songs. Kodak do so much different stuff. Shit, even fucking Can't Stop Won't Stop with fucking King Combs.
He
He could
made
throw
that
that in
song.
there. That's a different kind of track.
He made that song.
Yeah, he did. He did. That's the Kodak. Yeah, that's Kodak right there.
Yeah, man.
But I don't
All
know.
right,
21 got
so
some shit, but you know.
I mean, so leave it to Hook. I'm gonna leave it to Hook and say, yo, 21, you want some shit, bro? You tripping, bro?
I
You
fuck
ain't
with
got it.
21, but I don't think he could beat Kodak, bro. I don't think he could beat Kodak.
So next, after that, he ain't have enough after that one. He got away with that one. I guess he like, oh, niggas let me skate on that. Let me double down on some other shit. Yeah, that nigga Nas, he irrelevant.
All right.
Nigga said, let me double. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, that nigga Nas, he irrelevant. So no, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't even know in what context this happened. Can you shed some light on why this came about or why he even said this?
I was listening to it, right? I started listening to it. He said Nas. He said, "Listen, he said Nas made a great album. He makes great music. He has his core fans. They're going to purchase his album, stream his album, listen to his album. But he said he's irrelevant. He's not relevant. He just has core fans. I personally, I don't disagree. I agree with what he said, though.
The wild part is too that you're saying you agree is that remember I was saying for the pod. What I was about to say is that I actually listened to the first couple of songs of King's Disease 3. Nas said it his damn self that he's irrelevant.
You lying. I ain't listened to it yet. Bruh, ain't no way, man.
Okay, so he ain't use those exact words, but he put on the first song, he pretty much, I think it was the first or second song, he pretty much said like, I know there's a circle that fucking with me, and that's all I need right now.
Yeah.
He like, I've been there, I've had this, and I
Mhm.
don't remember the lyrics. I'm just telling you what he was saying, like what
I
the
feel
lyrics
you.
were meaning. And he was just spitting. He was just like, I know there's only a few real ones that's listening to this album right now. Thank y'all for tuning in. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He know where he at in life. He know where he at musically. And he pretty much was saying joy. Also in the first song, he say a joy that I'm dropping so much because this is just where I'm at right now. I want to give a lot of music because this is where I'm at. These king diseases are hot. People are telling me they're hot, so I don't need the record sales to tell me they're hot. I know
Yeah.
this shit is hot. So I respected that talk because that's how you gotta talk when you're a boss. You know what I'm saying? And at a certain point especially when you've done a lot in your career, certain things can't be important anymore. And I think worrying about record sales is definitely one of them. So if we're talking about solely, and I think from what you're saying, if we're talking about solely on the numbers side of things and popularity, yeah, he is irrelevant in that way.
I
But
think like
that's not exactly. So I think people don't like that word.
they don't like the word. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't like the word. Like, what was it? A couple years ago, and I know I'm going back, but a couple years ago when Jeezy dropped the album. I forget which one. I've been told you, I'm a fucking Jeezy fan. Like,
right.
I'ma
Yeah,
always listen to Jeezy.
right.
Jeezy sold like
He just
87.
dropped a hot ass new joint with with
DJ Drama.
Drama in them. Yeah.
Yeah. The other album he dropped, he sold 87,000 copies. I think he sold more than Meek. Him and Meek dropped the same week. He sold like 90,000. I think Meek sold like 80.
What album was this? This was Championships or
No, hell no, no, not Championships.
Wins and Losses?
Was it Wins and Losses? I don't think so. I don't.
My bad. That's not the important part of the story. My
That
bad.
was 102. But what's the name? Jeezy sold like 87,000 copies.
Okay.
Jeezy wasn't relevant. He just had fans. That was his core fans. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People think sales. I don't think sales mean you're relevant. Somebody was on the joint was like, we listen to Nas, we be waiting for him. He know we waiting for him to drop King Disease 3. So I think that's relevant.
Right.
And then 21 was saying like, well, other people, they was on Clubhouse. So they was like, I don't think it's not saying it's not relevant, but somebody in there was like, younger people don't just wake up and be like, I'm about to listen to Nas. I feel like how I was putting it, and look, I know I keep going back to fucking Glorilla. She's relevant. Nas is going to sell more copies than her. They dropped the same day. He's going to sell more copies than her. But that don't mean that he's more relevant because he sold more. It is because of his fans. People like us, we're going to listen to him because it's Nas.
And that's why I think people. That's why I don't like to just that numbers like the. It's like basketball when you just look at the stats, but you ain't watch the game, and you think that's enough to be like, I know exactly what happened. No, the fuck you don't. You wasn't in the. You ain't watched none of the game.
You watch it.
That's the same thing. Like you right about that. Like even if he do outsold Gorilla, that's just that goes into the stats of his fans. But they don't like who's going to be more recognized in a crowd of 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
Who's gonna know FNF over whatever is on King Disease?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like I feel like
you gotta really look at the metrics of it all before you just say, oh, this versus that.
And I do feel like that word is what triggers people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I wish he didn't use the word, but probably try to lessen the blow a little bit. Like, yeah, I mean, a lot of people ain't really checking for him like that. Like he got his fans instead of saying, yeah, he irrelevant. He just got his core fans. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know you can spin irrelevant in a positive way. I think that's just like that's just a negative word. I don't know, but it just kind of, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. It's unfortunate that Nas could give the one being used as the example too, as a relevancy, because I think it wasn't he the same one. Lonzo Ball a couple of years ago said that about like ain't nobody listen to Nas, we listen in the future.
Yeah, I mean, but he didn't lie though. People woke up listening to Future,
right?
But niggas still listen to Nas. It's not that he's just washed up, but people take irrelevant as washed up. So I think that was bad wording, him saying it like that. Yeah, but if you listen to it, you'll understand what he's saying. If you listen to the whole thing, you'll understand what he meant, though. He didn't just mean like that nigga irrelevant. He washed up. Fuck that nigga. Move on to the next. He wasn't saying it like that. So that is one thing I would give him. That's why I want to listen to it because I seen people talking about it. I'm like, damn, did he really say that? Like, did he really? Why did he say it? But I ain't hear before it came up. I just typed that in on YouTube and, people record all that shit. So, like, when they started talking about it, that's when it came up. And I'm like, all right, I understand it. But Bull on there, he was like, yeah, I'm 41 years old and I still listen to Nas and all that shit. And then 21, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're one of his fans. Like, it's different. You ain't gonna hear no 21-year-old, 23-year-old saying, you will, it's some, but you're not gonna be like, oh, yo, y'all heard that new Nas? Get in the car, yo, put that Nas on. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna record that shit on their fucking story. Yeah. Somebody record that shit driving in the car, nigga, like, look at this old ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth, though. And it's not a bad thing. It's not like he going to stay young forever, but it's the truth.
No, you definitely no, definitely. I agree, man. It's funny though. That-
This is you, dog.
Look at this old ass nigga.
Yo,
No, but I
man.
mean, shout out to 21 for keeping it above 50, man. I don't even think that's why we ain't going to hear. I don't think we're going to hear nothing from Nas. If anybody thinking that, like I said, Nas said it himself. I just, I think Nas just happy to be here. I think that's what I think. A lot of rappers need to take that mentality, just to be
Mhm,
happy to be here. Like, don't get caught up in the whole ego trip. Desiring
mhm.
to talk about Tony what Desire talks they got 20 records and all this.
20
Nigga,
platinum.
just be happy to be here, bro. You did
Yeah,
what you
shut
did.
your ass up. You gonna get in the verses and play that one fucking song, then you gonna play Timmy Turner, and then you done. You done after that. Nobody even know no other track from
You
him, bro.
done it. Timmy Turner ain't even ahead, bro. We gonna let you buy. We're gonna let you get by with that. You know what I'm saying?
Just
Let
because he
you
did
buy with that.
because he did it
But
acapella with snapping his fingers. That's it.
right, exactly. So man, yeah, y'all niggas just gotta tighten up, bro. Like real rap, because it's not that deep. Y'all did what y'all did. I never got why rappers feel so pressed. They're pressed, but then again, I do get it because it's like when your ego is evolving, you think you're gonna be the hottest shit out, and you don't. Like that
Mhm.
shit probably is a hard ass pill to
Yeah,
swallow. You
yeah,
feel
yeah,
me?
yeah, 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 yeah.
So I know it's just you got to deal with it. Go to therapy. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but
Real quick before
but
we
don't be delusional. Go ahead.
true before we it was Trapodie 3, Jeezy,
Trapper
October
Die 3.
28th,
I don't even
2016.
think I ever listened to Trapper Die 3. I might go listen to it.
Oh, for real? 20
Yeah.
October 28th, 2016. He sold 89,000 first week, and Meek dropped DC4 same day and sold 87.
I remember this now. Of
But
DC4,
Meek
and I wanted to say DC4 too.
Meek, yeah, I thought it was, but I wasn't 100%
Yeah, I
sure.
wasn't sure. Right.
But at that time, I get it, Meek, that was around like, after the Drake beef shit and all that bullshit. But we not gonna sit here and lie. Like Meek was more relevant than Jeezy.
Especially coming off of the Drake beef.
Yeah, he was more
Especially because of
relevant.
that.
And Jeezy was just he got his core fan base. I was actually shocked that he sold 89,000.
I think when the music speak for itself, especially when it's something that people want to listen to,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna hold you. DC4 might be my least favorite Meek project.
For real?
Yeah.
Mm.
So especially since going mainstream, like
I
since
feel
the
you.
first album,
I
you know
feel
what
you.
I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
like I like
surprised that
that.
I'm not surprised Jeezy sold more than that album.
For
I'll
real?
say
Yeah.
that. Well,
But yeah, yeah. I don't think I think the wording was just wrong. I think the irrelevant word when
it's
people hear
triggering.
that it's just it's just a bad word.
You know. But yo, this was a full episode RapQue.
Yeah,
We're
man.
gonna be coming at y'all consistently now. Now that we got the setup, we know
Hmm.
how we're gonna be doing this. We just gonna be having a good conversation until we could get into a stew. So you want to hear some good conversation about rap? Hit your boys up.
Yeah.
Comment below. Well, you got anything questions you want anybody to like ask? So how y'all feel about the new Drake and 21 album? What's your favorite song? Tell me what you think about that. What you think about Glorilla? New album. No, just tell me whatever you want in the
Yeah,
comments.
tell us
Yeah,
whatever y'all can think of.
right.
Leave that shit in the comment section. I'm
A topic you want us to cover as well.
yeah,
Any
anybody.
hip hop topics you want us to cover, let us know.
We missed so much.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit out there. So thank y'all for tuning in. Jada Bull,
The boy Hook.
we out, man. It's
I
rap
like
too.
y'all.